Hello everyone and welcome back to God of War Ragnarok. This is part 15. Last time, Atreus went to Asgard. We are going back by the name of Loki once again. Atreus is wishy-washy between what name he wishes to be called, but we went and we found Charlie. We lit a fire in his belly to warm him up, and then we accepted the Raven's invitation to Asgard, had a bit of a fight with Dad, but we're here, and Odin's been very hospitable, very nice. This is our very own room. We're a bit muddy, so we're gonna have a change of clothes, so let's see what we can change into. I'm assuming this will also be where we can upgrade our bow. An Aesir uniform, armor crafted by the smiths of Asgard and fitted perfectly for Loki.
Guess I could try this on. Has less mud on it anyway.
And then when Kratos sees us the next time, he's going to be like, boy, you're in Aesir clothes. A bow fit for a prince of Asgard, an Aesir bow. Bow abilities and runic summons have reduced cooldowns.
Nice!
And then a runic recharge. Killing an enemy with a runic arrow immediately restores one in its place. That is awesome. Petrified dragon blood containing curious runic properties.
Whoa, I can use this.
Okay, let's upgrade our gear.
Huh, nicely equipped. What needs work?
Okay, so we can... Okay. We can craft it and upgrade it once. Nice. Alright, tier 2 Aesir bow. So the Jotnar bow has increased status damage from runic arrows, but this has significantly reduced cooldowns, and I think we're going to rock with that. It's also quite funny how this goes. Like, you have, like... It's very interesting to see the journey of our items here. Starting off with the Talon bow, made out of yew tree by Atreus' mother. He's finally grown into it. Starting off, you know, being his mother's son. What are you doing over there, Atreus? What are you doing in that corner there with your hands? Over there. Teenage boys, huh? And then the next arrow that you get, the next bow that you get is the Jotnar bow, worthy of a Jotnar champion, but fit for Atreus. And it's like, as he's sort of struggling with like the prophecies and who he is and learning about who he is, moving from being his mother's and Kratos' son, Atreus, into Jotnar being Loki. And then we go somewhere else. We're now going to Asgard. And the next bow that we get is the Aesir bow for a prince of Asgard. You know, like, it's like Atreus is kind of bouncing around like all of these who am I? You know, what is my place in this story thing? And I feel like it's interestingly reflected in the bows that we're getting as well as we progress through the story. That's really neat. All right, special items. Reckless Empowerment. All damage dealt is increased while runic arrows are fully depleted. So that almost has like the opposite effect with our bow, that you'd want to have the cooldown slower, so when it's fully depleted, you'll do increased damage. We have Sonic Attunement, Rune Engraved Release equipped, and Sonic Aftershock, but I'm thinking that we would like to switch to some other things. Enemies killed from a runic arrow explodes, for example. And when a runic summon is on cooldown, increase the status applied from runic arrows. Could be decent. I'll at least upgrade it. Okay. Okay, we've got a Superior Resurrection Stone already. Great. Alright, now, armor. Let's have a look at what this looks like. Oh, that looks nice. But it also looks very similar. It looks very... my instant thought of this was like, it's literally the Brothers brand gear. How interesting is that? So this was crafted by the Huldra brothers, said to be one of their finest works, but it's exactly the same. There's only a few differences in terms of like coloration and certain designs on the armor, like in the chest piece and stuff, but like for the most part, that is literally exactly the same as the Brothers Band vestment. So the Smiths of Asgard must be taking inspiration from the Huldra brothers is going to be my canon explanation for that. Otherwise, it's just obviously a reuse of assets, but I'm gonna take it with a canon perspective in mind. They're like, those Huldra brothers, legendary smiths that made Mjolnir, you know? We should copy their craftsmanship. That's why it looks the same. The ACA uniform, I like the look of this armor though. Now, in terms of this, killing an enemy with a runic arrow immediately restores one in its place. I should do that. And I should upgrade it, actually. And then lethal detonation as well. So this is like full runic arrows. So we've got killing an enemy with a runic arrow restores one. The first runic arrow deals increased damage, and enemies killed from a runic arrow explode, so they all kind of play into each other. We're using the runic arrows way more than the sonic ones.
Huh. Nicely equipped. It needs work.
Accessories. Runic recharge. Oh yeah. Fuck. I should have upgraded that one instead of. God, I'm silly. Damn. Oops. Oh well. I upgraded the wrong one. Now let's have a look. We've got XP. When grabbing an enemy, a square appears above Atreus. If pressed, he would jump off and fire a volley. Well, that doesn't matter because that is not tied to... It's tied to combat. Repeated headshots, additional damage. Hex explosions, increased area of effect. Sonic explosions, apply sonic to nearby enemies. While sprinting, a heavy vertical attack. Swing the bow for a wide heavy attack. Powerful heavy attack finisher. R1 4 times. R2, R2, R2. Damn, alright, those are some moves. Press R1 after a parry to quickly shoot and knock back enemies. Nice. R2 after a parry to launch enemies airborne. Very cool. Needed to upgrade some of those. Okay, we are now in less muddy clothes and we can proceed. Let's go ask Odin some questions in his study. Whoa!
Loki, right? Gotta say, the irony of this isn't lost on me. This was his room, you know?
His?
My brother's.
Your brother?
Oh.
Modi?
Ah, your brother. Really? I had no idea.
Uh-huh. And now it's yours. Enjoy. Thrudthor's
Ha.
Relax. You got some pretty small shoes to fill.
Thrud Thor's daughter. Thor's daughter.
We're better off without him, Loki. Trust me. Walk with me.
Okay.
Don't forget your sword.
Someone will clean that up.
The thing is, Loki Atreus is really fucking strong. Like, he is really fucking strong. Like, you're not going to be able to climb up those rock faces on Asgard and do what he can. Just, you know. It ain't no thing. It's no small feat. So it just shows, like, again, like a difference in strength.
What kind of sword is that?
It's new. One of a kind.
But what I think is happening there is it's probably kind of like a Thor's hammer type deal, maybe, where it can only be picked up by its wielder. That's maybe. She's Thor's daughter, so maybe she's got a little Mjolnir magic of her own. She's worthy of that weapon, so she can pick it up super easy.
My father gave it to me for Valkyrie training.
You're in Valkyrie training?
Got time to talk about it? I was just heading to the Great Hall. But if you need to go to work, grandfather's study is just down those stairs.
Ooh, okay, a side quest. Join your father in his study when ready.
That's my room. Used to be Magni's. Guess I'm moving up.
The Valkyrie poster of Sigrun. Love that. Dude, look at these weapons. Holy shit. Look at that bad boy. So Magni and Modi's rooms have been replaced.
That's where Balder stayed. When he stayed, anywhere.
Oh, okay. What about here?
That's where Mom and Dad sleep. Ever hear a thunder god snore? 'Cause you're gonna.
So Thor and Sif in there, Balder there, Modi, Magni,
You don't want to bother Forseti. He's all work.
Seti. Okay. Interesting. So we have a choice. I can go to the study or I can go elsewhere.
So how do you become a Valkyrie?
First, I train till I'm the best I can be. Then I wait till grandfather notices. And then I hope he and my dad can convince Mom it's okay.
You know, my father and I, we encountered...
Please do not involve me in your pathetic attempts to impress one another.
Huh?
Come on. You haven't had enough Heimdall in your day? Let's go.
I just noticed he was here.
How tragic for you. What was he doing?
Investigating the kitchen. That's what the AC was.
For what?
He'd somehow gotten it into his head that someone was trying to poison Thor.
I interrupt. Oh, Sif's there. I didn't realize that I interrupted her conversation there by walking past
Why not try
Heimdall. I thought we were just gonna look at him.
using a soup spoon?
Not easier. Still.
It's really interesting because, like, Odin is the most hospitable and respectful of this whole group that's going on at the moment, but then
Only all father's rings.
everyone else is being like, you know, Heimdall's being a dick. Thor's just like dealing with it because he has to. She was very threatening at the start there, and Sif is like, okay.
How are you feeling now? I'm so tired.
Like the honey is spoiled.
Mother, did you meet Loki?
Oh, now he's got you involved with this?
Involved with what? I'm being friendly. Isn't that diplomacy?
You understand who this is, right? What his father did? Why does he want him here?
Mom! Come on, you're embarrassing me.
We'll talk about this later.
Come on, you're embarrassing me, please. Why you doing this to me? Why you doing this to me, Ma? Who you chatting to? The guy that brought us the
I
books.
suggest you go about your business with the Allfather.
Damn. All right, Sif.
With the meat.
Sorry about her. Mom's, right? So, did you want to look around some more, or do you really need to get to work?
I am not being weird. You're being weird.
Okay, so we can continue looking around. So do we go this way?
But more than usual.
What else do we do?
I can't blame him, I suppose.
Yeah.
Anything else to report?
All right.
Listen, whatever grandfather is having you do, remember, this is your chance to prove yourself. That's all that some of us want.
Oh, yeah. I'll try to do some good.
Okay. In I go.
Catch you later.
Rude. Oh, I can't go into the... because we're in a cinematic, so I can't check that lore entry yet, so I have to check it after.
Yes. Do you see me nodding and saying, yes, I understand? Uh-huh. Yes? Yes, all right. Mm-hmm. You see, this is you not letting me talk. No, Hugin, I don't need my ears cleaned. I need you to stop croaking and
Galahorn scroll, huh?
accept the answer you know I'm about to give.
I was just looking at this.
That old thing. I've had that since... Huh. Who can remember?
You have a name?
Ingrid.
Really?
Sure, why not? Take it, if you like it that much.
For real?
Consider it a perk of the job.
Thank you. I mean, really.
And they say I'm the bad guy. Come on, let's walk.
We got a sword.
You're welcome.
Got a sword. You're welcome. Freed the sword from like almost like sort of imprisonment. A sword with a soul in it. That's just been tied up there for ages. Now it can be used. I found a magic sword in Odin's study. He says her name is Ingrid and that I can carry her while I'm here. She seems really happy to be getting out and seeing some action. Do swords get bored? I wonder where she came from. It sort of feels like a Freya sword thing. Like I've had that since, oh, I don't know. Like, could this sword have been given to Odin from marriage time? From Vanaheim? Interesting. So we're becoming very much like Atreus and Freya have very similar combat styles where it's like they're both with a bow with their sigil and their sonic arrows, and now Atreus has got a sword like Freya has a sword at the same time. That is quite interesting. So now we'll have sword combat. That'll make combat more exciting. Adding a sword into the mix. Right when I was saying that the gameplay was not grabbing me, they throw a sword into the mix. Thrud. I heard Magni and Modi had a sister, but I'd forgotten about it until she had her sword in my face. Thankfully, she's nothing like them. The way she talks about Modi and how she's better off without him makes me realize what it must have been like growing up with such a creepy bully. Still weird sleeping in his room, but Thrud seems great, and I hope I can get to know her better. I guess there's good people even amongst the Aesir gods. I don't know about that. We don't know yet. They're just about, like, Odin and his ravens and his
Loki,
obsession with knowledge.
Walk with me, please.
Like, just think about the actual information that he's got here. Oh, that painting that he was, or image that he was about to try and pick up is no longer there. Oh, hang on. We picked up a scroll, lore scroll on Galahorn. Galahorn represents the only known exception to the principle of bilateral harmonization in realm travel. Instead of a portal bridging the space between two realms, it is capable of rendering simultaneous passage between any number of realms, provided the existing infrastructure is established and the horn is powered by the breath of a sufficiently powerful god. We're going to steal that. I'm going to steal that Galahorn to do some fancy realm travel. Interesting scroll to pick up there, Loki. Let's go on a walk, shall we?
Everyone's got me all wrong. You think war drives me, or power, wealth? Nah, never have. You know what drives me? What I really want? I want answers. Same as you. See, mortals have it easy. When they push up against life's big questions, they can look to us. They give them meaning, divine comfort. We both know that's a sham. But when we have questions, why are we here? To give meaning to mortals while living without it ourselves? No. We're more than that. And I found something that proves it.
Oh, I cannot walk over there. I'm scripted to walk over here. Show me the magical floating thingy.
What is it?
It's what drives me. You feel it, don't you?
Feels like knowledge. Truth.
All truth. All the answers. We could find out why we're here, learn how to change our fates, stop Ragnarok for good, maybe. Save the people we love.
Okay, Palpatine.
How?
I was a young god when I found it. Spent lifetimes studying it, following every clue down every dead end, looking for and finally unearthing this. See that? It's shares the same mystical energy.
It opened a crack. Can we just look inside?
I wouldn't recommend that.
Huh. That's what happened last time.
What's the broken mask for?
You recognize any writing on it?
These aren't from the Nine Realms. Smolder. Obsidione Spitha. From smoldered earth and obsidian spark. And a field of battles never fought.
Are you certain? Because if that's a clue, I know what it means.
And what's that?
Keep working with me and find out. You don't have to kill anyone. You don't have to betray your father or yourself. Come on, I know you felt what I felt. The answers are in there. Let's get them. I mean, you translated this language like it was nothing.
If I do help you, what's next?
Thor! Get down here!
All father.
Don't. What's next is chasing this down. Take this. And this stealthy side of beef. And see where it takes you.
I don't promise anything.
Nonsense. Happy hunting. And you. Go easy on him, you hear me?
What the fuck is happening in this story right now? What the fuck is happening? That was a different kind of realm tear. We're in Muspelheim. Okay.
Muspelheim? The rest of the mask is here?
It's where all father dropped us. What do you think? Just take that and do your damn job.
What the fuck is happening, dude? What? Guys, I didn't realize this game was gonna literally coincide with the plot of the mask. It's from the mask. We put it on and we'd get a green face. We'll wear the mask. Loki's in that movie too. I was just talking about that a couple of episodes ago. So weird. All right, Ingrid, my own sword. Can't wait to try her out, but I got to keep up with Odin. He sure does walk a lot. Dude, there's like a different kind of realm tear and a mask with a language from outside of the Nine Realms, from potentially, I'm assuming, different mythology, that I guess a certain amount of energy was able to kind of leak out of that little realm tear, so Atreus could kind of have those words almost come to him.
Oh, where are we going?
What the fuck am I supposed to know? All father thinks that you know what you're doing, so do it.
So do it. Oh, press left to equip the mask? Are you fucking kidding? We have Thor as a companion right now. What the fuck is going on? All right, Codex. What is happening with this story? This is so crazy. I never heard any stories about Loki and Thor going on adventures together. This may be the strangest part of this whole trip. Thor doesn't seem happy about it, or anything else for that matter, but it's what Odin wants, and that means Thor will do it, even if he'd rather smash me with his hammer instead. Hopefully while I'm here I can figure him out a little better. He's like, Thor, get down here. He's like, sup? He's just like right there. What the fuck is going on? Loki's friend's journal is so interesting. Okay, there's no sword in the menu yet, so we'll wait. Mask guidance. The mask is attuned to Atreus' goal and will radiate light when he is following the correct path. I thought we were going to wear it. So we equip it.
Well, it seems like we go through this rock.
That's what you're here for. Yep. I was
I
like,
get that.
With those arms,
oh, dude, this is so fucking weird. I fucking love it. So we're in Muspelheim. Is Surtur gonna be here? Look at the Muspelheim's hermit crab. It's wearing a helmet as a shell. It is wearing a helmet as a hermit crab shell. That's fucking amazing. I just can't. I just can't wrap my head around what we're doing right now. We're literally just like traveling fucking Muspelheim with Thor. What? And his attitude is fucking great. His voice is amazing. Burning cliffs. Whoa.
Let's see what Loki and that shiny toothpick.
Oh, the sword is my Oh, the sword is my companion.
Nice move.
Slow going, huh?
You could maybe help.
Whoa. What the fuck?
Don't bother getting. Where are we supposed to head now?
I'll check.
Magic fucking sword as a companion. I was like, for a genuine second, I thought we might have Thor as a companion.
Hey.
Imagine like pressing square and he's throwing the hammer at enemies. I thought that was gonna be almost what we had there, like Thor companion. Such a weird like switch instead of having like your big bulky god being the main character you fight up against. He was the support, but no. So there's no direct sword combat like what I was actually thinking with like Freya, like we press like a different button we can attack with the sword, but it's a companion. That is spectacular. So fucking wild what is happening right now.
Where's the mask pointing us?
A Thor escort mission. That scar's a fucking nasty one, huh? Look at your belly jiggle. I fucking... so
Up there.
good.
It looks like there might be a ledge we could reach. If we...
Too slow.
Hey! Ah! You
This is so good.
grab people like that?
No, what else are they gonna throw you?
I like that he fights. Okay, he does fight, but he just fights on his own.
You take this one, kid.
He's an uncontrollable companion. That's even better. He just does his own fucking thing. And I like that they've turned Muspelheim into an actual
There's things up there hidden
realm.
fire. Your bow already.
Dude, Thor's fucking attitude.
Up, look up.
I love it. Yeah, but Muspelheim is an actual location now instead of just like doing some trials. It's got like shit to do here. I fucking adore this shit. What the fuck?
I took my blood payment from your father for what happened to my sons. But I haven't taken it from you. Yet.
What do you mean?
Later. Don't want to keep the All-Father waiting. Speaking of which, mask.
Right.
Dude, I fucking love it. What the fuck? Such a fucking great character. I can't get enough of it. He's just chilling. How he's like holding, how he holds the hammer, holding that big iron on his hip. Got the big iron on his hip. Yeah, Muspelheim being more than just a combat arena place, because I had no idea what it was going to be when we were waiting to get our, you know, our seed, our Muspelheim travel seed. But we're here early, in the most unexpected of circumstances too.
I want to check here real quick. Well, this isn't the right way.
But it will be to a field of some...
Is that some kind of anvil?
Interesting. Another time, perhaps.
If it ain't there, let's keep moving. Come on.
Is that animation weird to you? because it's playing as if like the way that the animations work in this game is when you enter a door or you go to climb something, you wait for your companion to go ahead of you. It's kind of ingrained into the game. So with Kratos, he waits for Atreus, he waits for Freya to go past. Atreus would normally wait for Sindri. He does the head nod. You go ahead of me. But there's no companion to do it. That's a bit weird, isn't it? Because what, his sword's not going to go in after him, is it? And Thor certainly isn't. That's interesting. Just like a little animation oversight, I suppose.
We need to head through those rocks. Hey, can you... Yeah, that.
Just imagine what it can do to bone.
You want to talk about blood payment? What about the giants you killed? They were my family. Thamur, Hrungnir, they were your people too.
The giants were a blight on the 9 realms, and I reveled in every single one of their deaths.
Let's just change the subject. You know, last time Father and I were here, we beat every one of Surtur's trials. Think you could...
Don't play me.
We got braziers. I'd be able to light it by doing...
Alka! I wouldn't worry about this now.
The flame doesn't blow it up. Interesting. The flame, it doesn't... Okay. I know he said not to worry about it now, but how interesting is it?
Alka!
Flame doesn't blow it up. But there's 3 of them. I saw, I think, 2 or 3 of them. So you gotta do some sort of chain reaction, I guess. Another time, perhaps, again. Oh, that's fine. I'll just jump. I love that he's like too slow, just picks you up. This is a thing from a troll. This is what a troll would use to smack me in the head with. Yeah, okay, so I can see like the whole collection. Guess we'll be back here later. You're just gonna, what are you gonna do? You're just gonna jump across there? I'll just go slowly. Yep. You can take me with you, you know? It's got so much more efficient ways to travel. Why can't Kratos' blades do that?
Listen, Modi had some problems, but he was my son. And the only reason you aren't mush right now is because of that broken piece of wood.
Look! Clearly neither of us can do this mission alone. And I want to impress the Allfather just as much as you do. You don't have to like me, but we're gonna have to trust each other. Just a little bit.
Trust. Huh?
Easy. Look at my sword shooting out stuff. Okay, the combat just got fucking incredible again. That's the thing. I was like, oh, I'm getting a bit tired of the getting a bit tired of the combat with Atreus. Oh, how about a sword and Thor? Now how do you feel about the combat? You got a sword and Thor. You know, like, what the fuck?
This one's yours.
He says as he proceeds to kick it in the head.
Okay, so where's the mask saying to go?
This is one of the old trial areas.
This can't be the way.
That's really cool. I must get minuscule amounts of hack silver in order to live.
The mask is, pulling this way. We'll have to find some way down.
Sure thing.
I wasn't playing you, by the way. The trials are fun. Don't you ever have fun? You're so different from your daughter. She seemed...
Hey, come look at this.
Thor, what the...
He's gonna throw me now. Okay. Oh no. Yeah.
Wait.
That was fun.
You didn't die over there, did you?
Open lowlands. That's funny. I like how he's like... I was waiting for him to be like, that's fun. So many hermit crab with helmets. Surtur's shrine down there. So, when's Surtur gonna unleash himself on Ragnarok,
I was thinking...
Well, that's your problem.
The trials are just past that cliff. Might be something you and Duke could do together.
First we deal with them.
He's literally trying to now be like, hey, father-daughter bonding activity.
Check him out. What have you got to lose?
That's right. Just try it.
You getting tired?
Not in the slightest. Neat trick.
Annoyed Vark. Ah, there's two of them? Okay.
Another ogre? Maybe a little late. Can I get some help here?
Since we're short on time, I'll humor
I take back what I said about the combat. It got good. It got much more exciting again. I have Thor on my side now. Shit's fucking incredible.
The Allfather's waited hundreds of winters. He can wait a little more. It's fun.
Fine. Stay right here.
Yes, sir.
What, he's gonna go do a trial? Falcons dive, runic summon. Spectral falcons that disrupt enemies and dive into the ground. Falcons apply status of the equipped runic arrow. Nice. Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna get that. You gonna go participate in a trial real quick?
That should keep him busy for a while. Hopefully.
Oh, and I go and...
Give me a challenge.
Now to get to that shrine.
Now we've given him a distraction so we can go against his back, and I can hear him fucking screaming about it. Dude, this part of the story right now just hit like...
Busy. I should get to that shrine.
It just hit like masterpiece levels. Like, it's just so fucking spectacular. Like, I'm like, I can't believe it. Like, what the fuck? Just playing this whole section with just this big smile on my face.
Do you trust the Aesir? I mean, I know I can't trust them. I just need them to trust me. But that's only gonna happen if they think I trust them. Yeah. My father and I visited this place the last time we were in Muspelheim. Feels like forever ago.
And they say that because this chest has already been looted. That's why I say that. That's cool. It's already been looted from the last time that we were here. But yeah, I was just playing with a whole grin on my face. This is so good. And so clever of little mischievous Loki. You hear all the nightmares dying. Oh.
Alta!
Rather not.
Ah! Can't you guys go fight Thor or something? Where are these things coming from?
Excuse me, I'm trying to kill this. Okay. Magical sword. Why can I use that sword to do magical flying travel? Like how Thor can do it with his hammer. I just hold on to the sword and it flies me. You can hear his combat. Alright. See you later, Thor. I'm just going to quickly check something out real quick. Ooh. Oh!
Hey, Gerboda?
You know, for someone who was trained as a warrior, you are tragically easy to startle.
I didn't. What are you doing here?
A girl can't visit a shrine of her own volition?
You're here for Sorter's marble.
Maybe.
You're out looking for more giant marbles? You know what this looks like, right?
Like the life story of one of our people? And also maybe a storage closet.
No. This looks an awful lot like Defying Destiny.
The question is, what are you doing here?
He's about to go behind the true version of the shrine.
Odin gave that to you?
It's not. Well, he did, but it's not. I'm not working with him. I would never tell him anything about Ironwood if that's what you're worried about. And I'm definitely not serving him.
It's prophecy's words, not mine. I've got a marble to find.
Ooh, she can do it too, obviously.
You're welcome to help if you want.
Fine. But are you sure you're up for breaking the rules like this? There aren't any prophecies of you collecting any marbles.
Our endings haven't been written, right? Come on. Shame.
I love that. I love this. This is great.
Oh, hello there. A sentient sword. Huh. Another marble. Surtur's. No soul in it, though.
So he's still out there somewhere. A while back, you talked about how the giants left. You ever think about them?
All the time. They're far from here. Far from Odin and Thor. But I wonder what lands they've gone to. What seas they've crossed. Why?
I want to find them. I'm gonna save my father, and then I'll find them. It's starting. Who is that?
Not Surtur, that's for sure. Look at all that frost.
Sinmara.
Don't think I've heard of her before. And here comes Surtur.
Wow. This must have been some fight.
Yeah, until it wasn't.
They just stalked?
Enemies to Lover's Ark.
No, look. It's because they fought together.
Enemies to Lover's Ark. More than
Good
friends.
friends.
Are they?
Yeah. I think they are.
Oh, well that's good for them.
But it looks like their, love caused them to combine into some kind of huge creature.
Ragnarok.
And then...
Ragnarok destroys Asgard.
Right. I saw that in Groa's shrine.
Well, that was something.
Ah.
Oh, hey, remember the snake we put that soul in?
Can't really forget that.
I saw it. It's getting bigger.
Jormungandr.
Like, faster than normal bigger.
Yeah, I had a feeling that would happen.
Huh.
Haha.
I'm gonna hang back here. Don't want your, friend to see a giant he missed.
Of course. Just be careful. Please.
You too, Loki.
Interesting. The last thing that we said to Angrboda was to call us Atreus, but she still goes back to Champ and Loki in this scene as well. This is so incredible. Because Angrboda in like Norse myth and stuff is Loki's wife, but it's like meeting everything out of order because Jormungandr is also Loki's son. Like it's so weird. And this is answering my question from God of War 2018, right? This was what happens with Jormungandr, because the Ragnarok myth is that World Serpent fights Thor and their battle ends up with the World Serpent being thrown back through time. And I was like, is it the same Jormungandr that we're seeing right now fighting like in the 2018 game? Is it the big like World Serpent as it currently is, and is it constantly being thrown back in like a time loop? How does it work? Is Jormungandr cursed to just loop through existence, just fighting Thor and getting thrown back in time to the same point over and over again? That's why he's fucking tired all the time. He's napping, tired of this bullshit. But no, we've put a soul into the snake, into Jormungandr. I like how that's like Loki and Angrboda's way of having a child together. Hey, remember that snake we put a soul into? It's like clever wording. And then that snake is getting like bigger, faster than normal. That version of Jormungandr will fight Thor and get thrown back in time. Very, very cool. Very, very cool indeed. As far as I'd be concerned, the current form of Jormungandr, which we spoke to in episode 5 when we were on our way to visit Freya, probably just dies of old age, maybe just succumbs to Fimbulwinter. So its current form passes, maybe like dissipates. Maybe when time travel happens, you can't coexist in the same time as two versions of yourself, so the timeline corrects itself, so older Jormungandr just dissipates and young Jormungandr takes its place. That seems quite logical. Surtur's out there somewhere, and we saw the true version of that, of the shrine, which is fucking spectacular. Surtur, had an enemies to lovers arc, and that's great. I'm fascinated with this. It's like the story has been exceptional from the very beginning and all the set pieces that it's taken us through, but we're seeing so many payoffs now to all of these things that have been set up. I love that inside each of these secret little giant shrines is one of their little Pokeballs, and they put giants in them. Some of them are empty, some are not, but they're all scripted to like preempted, prophesized to be, this is your one, this is your Pokeball. This is Surtur's, but he's not in there. Faye has her own one. And I feel like, and Loki's holding on to that right now. So the only one that we have, the only soul Pokeball that Loki has is Faye's one, and we gave back the balls. We gave them all back to Angrboda, and she's collecting them now. And I still think that there's going to be some sort of event where Atreus will need to use the Faye Pokeball to save Kratos, to save his soul. I think that's where I'm at with that. I feel like we're about to walk out of here and Thor's gonna be right there.
Hey, Angry.
What were you doing?
Think Thor died from...
You thought you could defeat the god of thunder?
Oh, no, he's still going. Dude, look at the increase in lightning. Nah, he's still occupied. So we were right, weren't we? We were right. They were fun, weren't they, Thor? Down this way. Oh, that was where the...
Yeah, I should get back to Thor.
That was where the thingy was. Alright, let's head back. We totally didn't go off and do like a little side quest. I love how they were able to fit this in there. That was so seamless. And Angrboda is making her own destiny. She's doing her own thing. She's a painter. If there's time travel involved in this game, I still reckon that she could have painted these. She could have painted them. Time travel has already been proven to exist in Ragnarok. It could be a thing. She's painted our journey for us, considering she's the one that's like the painter of prophecies in the shrines. It just makes so much sense to me, dude.
Of course.
I admit, that was mountains of corpses by the time I finished, cut down like lava ran red. True, really.
Great. You want to help down here?
Wouldn't think you'd need my help if you beat all those trials. Or
I
did
love
you
his
just
speeches.
watch your father do it? Hey, what's taking so long?
Oh, I love that he was giving a speech. Ran red with their blood. Dude, the moves on Ingrid are great, too. Oh, this Tatsuworm is annoying me.
You wouldn't believe the scores of these things I just killed. It was glorious.
I could believe it, Thor.
I think you're right. Thrud wouldn't. She'd be faring better than you, at least.
Ooh, their sigil version. Dude, the parry moves, then going into Eagle Eye, like... Nope, level 5, huh? Oh,
Done that
okay.
at any time.
You seem to be handling yourself well enough. I was trusting you. So, where to?
Let me check.
This is gonna be one of my, like, highlights. Top highlights of the game so far, for sure. Him fucking patting his fucking hammer.
Thor?
Smash.
Ain't that impressive? Real god stuff.
You are a god.
You're damn right.
And so am I.
A fucking god of thunder.
It's here. This is the spot.
Well, where is it? In the lava?
I don't know.
Oh. Oh. Oh, the other half.
No! Ah! Damn it!
Some advice. Sticking your hand in lava is never gonna feel good.
Wasn't thinking.
Good. It's better that way. All right, let's get out of here. Oh. Look, don't try to play me again. You're an okay kid. You're still a giant, and I'll revel in killing you too.
Don't play me.
What did you do? Loki. The rift got brighter. Look, you did it.
Look, one of these phrases is complete now. We can read it all.
But you can't translate it.
Not yet.
See, I got a little theory. I think if we can find the rest of this, we can use it to look into that without, you know, losing an eye or worse. Look at this. We make a good team. Don't we? Don't we? Make a good damn team?
Just like you and Baldur.
You both behave out there?
Thor was really great. I learned a lot from him.
You learned something from him? Really now? Okay. What did you teach the kid?
Nothing. What could I possibly teach him?
Exactly. Ah, I was wondering where that went.
Huh.
Actually, I had a pretty good idea. Change of heart.
I'm not really sure why I came to Asgard. But I realize now it wasn't to be a spy. I need you to know you can trust me.
And if I'm gonna help you take this to the end, I need to be able to trust you.
And trust is earned. I get it. Take this, figure out the rest of it. If you're staying, that is.
You're gonna tell me what you're really looking for in there.
Translate that, and I'll tell you everything. And on that, young man, you can trust me.
If there's one thing that's going to happen with that mask and looking through a potential crack in reality, it's that if anyone's looking through it, it's Atreus, because Odin ain't going to do it himself. You're going to experiment. You're going to be like, well, I ain't taking the risk, but you look through it for me. You're going to force him to do it, suffer the consequences if it doesn't go right. Oh, there's a lot of, like, what's really interesting with how Odin communicates and his dialogue is there's so much tension. He has such a commanding and terrifying presence in how he speaks. It's so calm and reserved. Like, he's just chilling. But there's so much power and authority there in how he communicates, especially with his little back and forths with Thor, and how Balder was Odin's best tracker and a very significant blow for Odin. And Atreus is filling that role. Well, we went to Asgard. Are we heading back home? Go back to Atreus's quarters. I wonder if we can dream travel still. We'll, like, hold a little giant Pokeball and if we can still dream travel. But this is fascinating. And wholly unexpected. And I really, 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 really like it. So, a tear in the fabric of reality. And it's a good thing we read that Galahorn scroll. We already have the information, but we've handed it back to Odin. Like, hey, you can trust me. And what's really interesting about this is it feels like a mutual...
Always this hard on Thor?
Feels like a mutual... Yeah, you can trust me. Yeah, you can trust me too. And there's like an inevitable betrayal from the pair of them there. But we'll have to see how that actually goes.
Seems like you're mad at him or something.
Ooh, getting nosy. Getting personal. No, I get it. But it's nothing like that. It's... Well, to be honest, it's the only language he understands. I'm serious. Go ahead and try being nice to him. See where that gets you.
I mean, fair. He's looking at...
So, about the sword. Is Ingrid the name of the soul inside it? I wonder why I can't hear her.
Soul? Who said anything about... Look, son, some free advice. You don't want to let anyone catch you talking to your sword, all right? It's a bad look.
He's looking at the World Tree symbols, like, on that piece of paper. All of the different realms on the door that Sindri and Brock put together there. Same symbol.
Huh. Dragon skull in the library. No big deal.
The music is so
Come
good.
along, Hugin.
Ooh, he out. He leaving? Ooh, it's cool to see that on the outside. It looked pretty... Didn't look amazing.
Skull and Hati.
Looked pretty bad.
Kinda want one of these.
Skull and Hati, yeah. Little sculpture. A whole bunch of shit in here, dude. Another one of chasing the moon or chasing the sun, whichever one it is. It's very interesting that he just fucks off. He's like, alright, see ya. Runic, a gleaming moonstone that ebbs and flows with runic power. Runic capacity. I'm going to only assume that that is an increase in runic capacity. When using runic summons, oh, never mind. Instantly refill all runic arrows and empower them for a brief duration. I thought we'd get like another arrow, but Empowered runic arrows and refilled. Upgrades increase the duration of the effect. Interesting. One of these.
How much time does he spend reading? Kinda jealous.
Oh, hello. Just looting. Just looting his study. Huh, he took that with him. He took that with him. I don't know. Hmm. Was that symbol on the door created by Brock and Sindri, the one on the World Tree doors? Or is it just the symbol that... I don't know. But interesting enough that they've purposely used that same image and it's on something that he was looking at and is taken with him. Don't let him catch us talking to our sword. So we're staying here for now. We're studying. We're gonna get a what looks to be like a third, maybe third and fourth pieces of this mask that we're gonna put together and have a look into this other little realm. Oh, it's here now. There it is. Oh, it's of him.
Huh. Is this old, or does he make them paint him young?
Ah, true. With his birds and his wolves, Skull and Hearty. Nice. We're staying here for now. Not serving Odin, but serving him. Atreus is just being kind of weird about it. Makes me wonder if there's going to be a moment where we'll stay here and then we'll switch over to Kratos and Freya. And we're like, well, let's go get our fucking child back. And we'll have to fucking storm Asgard and try and collect him. But we're not a prisoner here. We should be able to come and go at any time. Yeah, we're not a prisoner here. Nice, that one wasn't glowing, but we could still smack it open nonetheless. Okay. To our quarters, huh? Heimdall's still here having a drink.
Are you trying to make friends now?
Well, I just aided the Allfather. You said that makes us allies.
Yes, as long as you had no treacherous... Interesting. You don't really know quite what you're doing here anymore. Sometimes I envy the Allfather. He always sees the best in people. While all I see is what people really are. Nobody ever says what they mean. Some lie to the world. Some lie to themselves and don't even know it. And then there is you. You don't know what you want. You don't even know who you are. But I hope you do know this. I will be watching.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff. He's like looking right through him as he normally would and be like, wait, you've changed. You've changed. And again, the conflict in Loki on what's going on here. A genuine change of heart with the trusting each other thing, because Heimdall can pick that apart unless Loki is really good at keeping up appearances to fool even Heimdall, you know. Cool though.
Hey, you're back. How was it? Did Father behave himself?
Yeah, I mean, better than I would have expected, I guess.
Is that the sword from Grandfather's study?
Oh yeah, her name's Ingrid.
Hi, Ingrid. Wow, Allfather must really trust you. Well, glad you survived your first day.
Hey, me too.
Tomorrow, we talk about Valkyries.
Definitely.
feel that this game is doing a very, very, very good job at the manipulation. That it's like really just putting Atreus in such a false sense of security. Eavesdrop moment, let's go. False sense of security. So it's going to be inevitably tragic and heartbreaking when things go wrong. Because they will go wrong when Kratos exists in this world. Thor and Sif.
I'm sure it's fine. I'm not angry. I'm concerned. You know that's not what I want for her.
You don't want her to have a sword.
But it's not about having a sword. It's about what you use it for. I think you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do. And I don't want that for her either, okay? You don't have to worry. She's a smart girl. Smarter than her father.
Well, when you're right, you're right. Come here.
I'm going to stop eavesdropping at the moment that things could potentially get awkward.
Well, this has been a weird day. Exactly.
Interesting. Go to bed, sleepy time. Will we dream?
Nicely equipped. What needs work?
Will we dream? Let's upgrade our bow to the final level of tier 3. AC bow. And then in terms of accessories, we can craft. Or we can upgrade this one now with our beast scraps. Runic recharge. Nice. I didn't notice the green before in the armor. It's very interesting. It being lined with green detailing. Green for Loki. Alright, bedtime. What happens now? It's very bright outside for going to sleep. But I guess it's, you know, it's an early night. The knife that has a soul in it. That's fucking clever. That is a smart transition. That's a smart transition.
Good morning, brother. No news, I'm afraid.
I have a plan.
Do you now?
Man.
Renards. You found them once. Could you do so again?
I could try, but I don't see how that would
They
help.
are the fates of these lands, are they not? I would know what they know,
You may not find them cooperative.
as long as I find them. Where do we search?
Midgard. But if Atreus is in Asgard, there's no getting him back without an army. We should be raising one.
Yes, nothing like a catastrophic war to improve the situation.
Yep.
The boy seems quite capable. Perhaps if you simply give him some time.
You are not free of blame here. You encouraged his foolishness, his confusion. I do not seek war. But if Odin has stolen my son, do not doubt the lengths I will go to.
Your nature has always been clear, Kratos. But you, Freya. War is a first resort. That's not the Freya I knew. I hope the Norns can give you the counsel you need. Perhaps mine is no longer of use here.
Tyr, stop. This is no time to divide ourselves further. Come, sit, please.
You have been quiet.
Frankly, I'm surprised you, of all people, would seek out fate. But your instincts haven't let us down so far. Let's find the Norns.
Interesting plan, because he's like, fuck fate. But now he's like, let's go chat with the fates. I'm gonna kill him. Kratos is like, I'm gonna kill my fates again.
Who am I to offer him counsel? I only hoped to help the boy find his answers. And I failed. What's my role in all this now?
Tyr, you're at the center of this. You always have been. That's why Odin imprisoned you in the first place. He's terrified of you.
I doubt that very much.
It's the truth. And not just because of prophecies. No one has ever united the realms as you once did.
That is not who I am anymore.
I know you feel that way now. I've lost myself before. More than once, but believe me, there is something beyond that.
And what is that?
Purpose. Purpose is the path that leads you to yourself.
So you would have me accept my fate? Lead your armies into war, secure your vengeance.
If securing our justice is not your purpose, then find another. For your own sake.
Very interesting conversations taking place here. By the way, Tyr, was your back not getting mighty toasty? Were you not getting like super fucking warm with your back to the fire like that? I know I'd be...
Don't try to talk me into coming.
Pretty spicy.
The Norns and their tales of our fates. It's everything I've walked away from.
I find Tyr's role in this story so fascinating because he's so unexpected. But at the same time, not really. But like, I really like how he's been sort of put into it. Oh, Sindri's here now instead of Brock. Okay. How you feeling about that slap to the face from a bear?
Does it hurt?
Oh.
This?
Oh.
Only when I worry.
Oh, he actually like suffered a pretty decent blow. It wasn't just pushed out of the way.
How would Atreus get to Asgard?
I'm sorry, but you'd have to ask Odin. He's got control of every path. I know how highly you esteem our expertise on such things, so I'm sure that's disappointing. He's just been one step ahead of us.
Yeah, how are we going to do realm travel to Asgard? Because the only way that we got there was through Raven travel. We have a petrified bone, so we can now upgrade some gear to level 6 with the Furious Mole. The Blades of Chaos, we need a petrified bone as well, which is interesting. Which one do I want to do? Strength plus 5, defense and vitality plus 2. This one will give us a strength plus 10. I'm going to do the Furious Mole. I am. Petrified Bone. Level 6. Okay, armor. Cool, special items. Oh, we can now craft enchantments. Remedy of the Bifrost. Perk active with our defense. Successful attacks against enemies will cleanse small amounts of Bifrost from our health bar. Cool. Bright-Eyed Emblem. Resistance to blind and daze. 50%. We got Helheim's Essence. Melee damage when I'm below... Increased melee damage below 50% health based on vitality. Vanaheim's Fortune. Melee damage against status-afflicted enemies based on his luck. Midgard's Honor. Increase the damage of all of our ranged attacks and abilities based on our cooldown. Interesting. I'm going to leave those because our thing, it's full anyway. Reckless Empowerment. Oh, this was this. So we can craft this now. All damage dealt is increased while runic arrows are fully depleted. So that's a little statue of Freya there, right? A polished sunstone pulsing with an unbridled fury. All damage dealt is greatly increased when they're defeated. Being able to see it on the table is pretty cool. Okay. That being said, I think we're good. Sindri's not doing so hot. It's quite sad. That transition from Atreus to Kratos in the story, like I said, I feel like the story is gonna have to go to like a point where like we got to switch to Kratos again. So that was very well handled. These are all of Kvasi's poems, so you can see the fucking, what is it called? Like the little PS5 Astrobot little controller demo on the PS5. You got Death Stranding in there. All of the games. You got Ratchet and Clank, Horizon Forbidden West. Very interesting.
When you're ready to seek the Norns, I'm with you. Just taking a moment.
Hey Freya, have you forgotten about something? Someone? Maybe a giant turtle? Maybe a giant turtle called Charlie? Maybe in need of like a permanent bonfire situation? Freezing to death in Midgard? Fimbulwinter? You know, ring any bells? I know that you've set up a nice little cushy home here, but maybe you could bring Charlie here? You could be outside? You could be our little giant turtle living in the realms? Who knows? What are you doing, Brock? What are you crafting out? Oh. You getting mad at the door.
Hang on! I got something for you. Sindri!
Coming!
Before you go traipsing off into the dawn, I thought you'd like to have this back.
The OG shield. It returns.
Well, don't go getting too cheery about it. But you're welcome.
I've collected what we need to find the Norns. Shall we go?
Guardian Shield by Faye.
Nithog. I suspect we may have consequences to look forward to.
Oh no. Ratatoskia is like, where's Nithog? Madam Nithog? Because it's the Guardian of the World tree and Ratatoskia hangs out here as well. Oh no, this is consequences for our actions. That's so sad. Yeah, I forgot about that. Now I realized it. Okay. Shield fit for a balance of defensive options. So we get the double tap to do a shield check and parry. Oh, kind of. Can I upgrade it to level 5? I miss having my OG shield. I really liked it. We'll keep this one for now. Oh. Okay. This is not going to go well. Can I call Ratatoskia here and bug it out?
The boss is right there, sweating bricks on Main Street.
Yeah.
You're gonna go hit his time right now? Dick move.
Yeah, I thought so. I was like, I wonder what will happen.
He's coming. What do you need to talk to him for anyway?
I like that the bitter squirrel says stuff instead. Nithog, yeah. I remember seeing her down there. She must have just stepped out for a bit.
Squirrel.
Ah,
Squirrel.
Rose, my apologies. Madame Nithog's disappearance weighs heavily on my mind.
She a friend of yours?
Less a friend than another longtime tenant of the tree. She was here even before I arrived, and that was ages ago. To even think something could keep her away from her babies. Terrible, just terrible.
Yeah. About that. So, that's unfortunate. Maybe she'll show up one day. Certainly not dead. Huh. I can go to Muspelheim as Kratos. I don't need the realm travel seed. So we go to Midgard to have a chat with the Norns of Fate. Muspelheim, that's strange. No, we can't. Oh, that's weird. We can't, because there's no... We haven't found a gateway. But we can look at it. That's... shouldn't be right, because we don't have a Muspelheim travel seed. But it allows us to travel there. Except we can't. Weird. Alright, we'll just ignore that then. We'll just ignore that. Let's head home. Maybe Freya will go and have a chat with Charlie on the way.
We are certain Atreus could not still be in Midgard.
I was just there and found no trace. If Odin invited him, he must have provided a way.
No, that is not the only explanation. Tell me where we find these Norns.
I discovered some of their threads near the frozen lake. I stashed one for spellcrafting, but we may also use it to find them. Just remember, they really don't want to be found.
Well, at least things will be difficult for a change.
Alright, Norns, give me the magic to open up some of your chests that we still haven't been able to open yet. Random things that we don't have the equipment for. If Freya went to look for Atreus, like she said when she went to Midgard, I'd assume that being a master tracker, as she is, she would go and she'd probably follow in Atreus's tracks and end up seeing that he went to go visit her old little sanctuary. You could assume as such,
We should
right?
take your sled and head to the lake.
Ooh, the wolves
Ah,
again.
The freezing gusts and constant raider attacks.
Oh, that's because they believe Kratos is responsible for Fimbulwinter, and that killing him will end it.
Where would they get an idea like that?
From me, of course.
Of course.
Oh, that's great.
We should get down to the wolves, brother.
I'm always just seeing if it's worth coming in here just to check out and see if anything happens. So I haven't checked on the wolves in a while. Hope they're capable of feeding themselves, considering it's we've been away, we've been out of it. Been a little bit of time. But with that one, we'll be bringing this episode of God of War Ragnarok to a close. So thank you so much for joining me today as we got to see a lot more of Atreus' adventures. With Thor this time, rebuilding a mask to potentially see through a tear in the fabric of reality. This story is incredible, and I'm definitely in like one of my favorite moments of the game so far. It's fascinating. I love it so much. Hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you next time.